Me ranking the Konoha 12 based on if I think they peaked as a kid or peaked later. Starting the list with Kiba. What does Kiba do as a kid? Really nothing. I guess you have to put him as a peaked later because as a kid he did nothing. He didn't accomplish anything in his fight with the Sound Ninja. He didn't really do anything. Him getting the three-headed dog is like the peak of Kiba, probably inside Shippuden, right? Lee is the reason I wanted to make the video in the first place. Unfortunately for Lee, people only ever talk about him versus Gaara. That's the only time he gets talked about. In Shippuden, he doesn't do anything at all. Like, really doesn't do anything. His best fights are easily, right? Gaara versus Lee and Kimimaru versus Lee, and both of them happened as a kid, and he lost both fights, right? So it's like, this is a peak. The peak he gets is losing, so it's kind of tough, bro. Hinata peaked later. Doesn't really do much as a kid. I didn't feel like Choji peaked as a kid. While his moment later with his dad is cool, I think the butterfly moment was so cool when I first saw it. I was like, it was like, no way Choji can win, no way Choji can win, and he goes, butterfly gets skinny, he goes crazy. That's the peak of Choji, I think. 10-10, once she gets the ninja tools later, and OG, all she does is get her ass kicked by Tamari. That's kind of tough. Shino, as a kid, isn't really doing anything as a teen. I guess I had to Kankuro on the Tamari Gaara. Kankuro later. He gets Sasori. That's kind of easy. He gets a Sasori puppet. Naruto later. A lot of cool stuff as a kid, but him beating Pain, him becoming friends with Kurama, all that stuff is just way crazier than what happens when he's a kid. Gaara later. What he did during the war is it's too big. Tamari's hard. Not really that hard, bruh. I guess later. She was one of the main leaders of the war effort, so that's better. I put him with bro, because that's him. Peaked later. Sakura doesn't do anything. Like, when she was really young, she had Genjutsu going for her and her good chakra control, but that's all she had. When you think of the rest of the Konoha 12, she didn't have anything special going for her at all. Like, before she had Tsunade training, she couldn't heal, she had strength, she had really nothing going for her. Everyone had something, every other one of the Konoha 12 had something going for them, and then she has like nothing, so that's like easily peaked later when she got her healing. You can't even say she was useless when she got her healing and strength. That's like, she's really, like, healing is such a good ability to have. Sasuke later. His main goal is to kill Itachi and restore store honor to his clan or something, whatever. I mean, not restore honor, I think I went to make it, but like, his main goal was to defeat Itachi, and he defeated Itachi. Everything else that has later is like, just adds up to it, I guess. There's two? There's two dogs. What the heck? Later, she doesn't really do anything as a kid. She has a mind transfer going for her as a kid, but the fight with Sakura was one of the worst fights in the series, so that's not really something going for her. It's like kind of tough. Neji doesn't. Did I put Neji? What does he do? What does Neji do in Shippuden? What does Neji do in the Shippuden? He gets air palm? Damn, Neji doesn't do anything in Shippuden, huh? That's kind of crazy, right? His fight, where he's really built up when he was a kid, but after that, it's like he doesn't do anything. I guess it's kind of tough. And then Shikamaru's best moment is when he fights against Hidan. That's the best moment in the series for him, and that's when he was later. And yeah.